Today we're doing sunsets with free art lessons with Renee, and our famous artist is William Turner from the 1800s, and he was famous for his sunsets, and that's the first time sunsets became famous was in the 1800s. Before that, in the Renaissance period, Michelangelo, Leonardo, who we looked at last time, it was realism. Now they've loosened up and we're able to flow the paint on more in the Romantic period. Now what we're going to do is a basic pencil drawing. Even your beginner artist can do a horizon line across, a squiggly line separating the land from the sea, and some birds in the distance. Now if you're a more advanced artist, you can do, like my example here of the castle, you could do a more intense drawing, get your best drawing skills out, and you still have the same basic yellow sunset, starting with the yellow, the lightest color, blending up, whether you're doing acrylics or watercolors. But since today's lesson's with watercolors, let's get started. Everybody clean off your brush. And let's start with the lightest color representing the sun, which is what color? You could say it, guys. Yellow. What color? Yellow. And we're going to start with yellow. And you always start with the lightest color. Here's another example of what we'll be doing today. And for those who are taking my art lessons, for the Christian art lessons, there's a Bible verse you could put on before or after. It's Psalm 19:1. And it says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The sky proclaims the work of his hands." And you can spend your time before or after to do that with neat handwriting. And you could stop the video and do that at your own leisure. We're going to get right to the watercolor painting part. So get your yellow out. You always start with the lightest color they'll teach you in art school, because once you get dark you can't go light. And you can see what I'm doing is using the water to spread it side to side. It's also called blending or feathering. And the sunset is reflected in the water. So you want to get some of the sun's colors in the water. After yellow, what's next on rainbow color order? Does anyone know?
Orange.
Orange. So after the yellow, we're going to get some orange and start blending it in to the yellow. Now, you don't want it to look so stripy, so I'm going to add a little more water on the watercolor and spread it. Now, I'm doing this with regular paper here. You could use watercolor paper, is thicker, so you could really drench it and do what's called the controlled drip by spreading it side to side, tilting it, and letting the drip of paint do some really cool effects in the sky. But I'm showing you that anybody can make a watercolor a sunset. Now, after orange, we go for red. And if you have the basic Crayola set, you can even do red mixed with water to make it pink. So you don't have to have the color pink. You can make your own pink. And remember to fleck the color. You see how it's dripping? This is where you want to go side to side and do the controlled drip. And you can do some really cool effects if you tip your painting side to side and let the drip go with the way the sunset would flow. This is what you could do with watercolor. With acrylics, you would more use your paintbrush and control it by going back and forth like that, feathering or blending your colors down. Alright, I'm going to end the sunset with a pink color. Now, if you think of your favorite sunset, what color do you like on top? Pink, purple, and a little purple up there, blue. You could add whatever colors you want now. If you're spreading it around with water and feathering it back and forth, you can blend the colors and make it not look so much like stripes in the sky, but more of a natural sunset by blending. Now, what we're going to end with is some blue in the water, and we're just going to go right over the colors we started with to do a nice deep ocean. And if you did a little bit of wave there, you want to leave some room for some sand. You can maybe make some crabs in the sand, some shells, some of your favorite things. And this, my friends, is a basic sunset. Hopefully you'll go a little further with your art skills, maybe add some island, maybe add a little shark or some boats, but hopefully with the control drip and your supplies you can do as much intensity as you'd like. Going further with the drawing skills, like I said, that's the first thing. We just did the basic horizon line, but maybe your drawing skills could do a castle or dragons or something really cool, and then do the same idea in the background.